starting any exercise program, always get cleared by a primary care doctor.
Hi, my name is Jed Kovernus, and this is my story. I'm going to start with my beliefs though. I believe that today's world, we grossly underestimate the power of our own mind. And we are our own problems, but we are our own solutions. We can do whatever we want as long as we have the belief in ourselves and the belief in this, right? It starts here. I grew up in Mitchell, South Dakota. My parents, my childhood was not that bad, you know. My parents loved me, and to this day they still love me, and I love them, and I'm appreciative for everything that they've ever done for me. But I was an overweight child. I was, you know, I ate a lot of crappy foods. I played a lot of video games. I was not healthy. My dad was gone a lot because he was working, right? He was working a good job, but he was gone a lot. And I wouldn't change it because that's what made me today. By the time I hit 8th grade, I was about 230 pounds, quite a bit overweight, and that's just what happens, right? By the time that happened, my mom was ready to divorce my dad because, you know, it was time for him to come home and be home. His kids needed him. So it did. So 7th grade, he came home. 8th grade, told me I had to get a job. I was 13. Being the wise and cunning person that I was, I got a job where he worked, figuring I could just sit on my butt and do nothing the whole summer. I was 13, right? No, I was wrong. I got yelled at a lot by the foreman. It sucked, right? But it was okay. You know, I thought, hey, Dad, why aren't you sticking up for me? Actually, I understand why he didn't, because it showed me work ethic. And first morning, I remember it like it was yesterday. Literally, I had to ride my bike to work. I had to pedal my fat butt all the way to work. It wasn't that long, but it was long enough for doing no exercise to exercise, right? So what happened from there? I got smart again, and I bought a moped. But still, it didn't matter. It went from eating, you know, crappy foods, playing video games, to learning the difference between a flat-hand and a Phillips screwdriver. Didn't know that either. So that summer, I went from 230 down to around 150-ish, and started high school pretty confident. Started wrestling. It was either sports or work, and I was like, okay, I'll play sports. So started wrestling, doing some cross country, some track, stuff like that. Graduated high school, went to college, racked up quite a bill in college, just because my rebellious attitude, right? If my parents were reprimanding me, I rebelled, got tattoos, piercings, went through that whole phase. And then, you know, joined a fraternity. My parents were really afraid that I was going to fail out of college because of the fraternity, but actually, those guys saved my life. They helped me realize I was good at more than two things, but two really important things. One was partying, and two was lifting weights. And then they helped me figure out what that looked like. What can I do with that? What am I good at when it comes to partying? Well, I wasn't only drinking. After a while, I was just hanging out with people and having a good time and making everybody feel good. And then the other one was lifting weights. So I'm good at that because I can push my body, and then I can figure out how to explain that to help somebody else, right? Push yourself, okay? I also have been working with the developmentally disabled population, or SPMI, the severe and persistent mental illness, since I was 19. I figured out what I wanted to do right then. There was one Saturday night, right? There was a Saturday night where I was hanging with this guy. I helped people live on their own. I was working for an agency that helped people with mental, physical handicaps live on their own. And he was just down, depressed, a dude who usually likes to talk, just didn't want to. But he had a YMCA pass hanging by his door, and I'm like, hey, should we go to the Y? And he's like, sure. So we did, and he's not physically, he wasn't, you know, wasn't very physically able, but we still went, and we walked around the track. Okay, so what I saw right there was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I took a person who did not feel good about themselves, didn't feel good about the day, didn't feel good at all, and completely flipped it over because of exercise. We walked for quite a while. I don't remember how long, but I want to say around 2 hours. It's not very fast, but the whole point is once you get moving, the chemicals in your brain and in your gut, they kind of mix together and go, hello, antidepressant, thank you. And that, if I could bottle that up, make it a little pill and give that away with no side effects, we'd all be rich, right? Rich with happiness. So that's what I'm saying, is that is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Take somebody who is down on themselves, down and out, and give them that feeling again. And that is truly what I do every day. So, you know, and I've accompanied it with a few different programs, a few different things that I've tried and done, and, you know, one of them being CrossFit, and, you know, it's pretty crazy cool. So, bachelor's degree in exercise science, been practicing, if you will, since 2008. It's been a lot of fun. That's my story. You know, today I started YGT Fitness, and that is a place where people can go and be safe. It's it's online, it's on Facebook, it's on wherever you are, but YGT Fitness is a place where if you've been discriminated against in any other gym, come here, come talk to me. Doesn't matter what you've been through, I can guarantee that you'll feel better. So that's me. Again, my name is Jed Coburnus, and I'll introduce myself until I don't have to. And I'm not looking to be famous. I'm looking to help you. That's it. Truly. So you have yourself a great rest of the day, and always remember, if you're willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. Bye for now.